Hi there. Welcome to Art Appreciation. My name is Eleanor Grix. I am your instructor for Art Appreciation, and I have made this short video in order to sort of walk you through the course and point out some of the most important things that you need to know here on your first week of the course. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll minimize myself. Right, so this is Blackboard. This is where all of your work is to be done. This is where you're going to turn in your homework. This is where you're going to turn in your tests. And this is where you can contact your teacher. Which brings me to my first point. All right. If you have any questions at all at any point during the course, the best way to get in touch with me is through that email address that you see right there. Whenever you do email me, it really helps if you include your course registration number, your CRN. It's the 5-digit number right here that you'll see on Blackboard. Another way that you can get in contact with me is through this send email link that you see here on the left-hand side of the screen. Make a note though, whenever you do email me from that link, the response will go to your Savannah Tech email address, not to your personal address. You should know how to check your Savannah Tech email address and make sure that you do, because all correspondence is done through that channel. I do have an office phone here. I'm in my office presently, but in case I'm not here, it really is best to email me. But if you ever find yourself on campus and want to say hi, you can find me here on the second floor of Academic Commons in room 7221. Okay. So now the very first thing that you need to do now that you've logged on to Blackboard is to establish attendance in the course. You need to show me that you are here and you are ready to participate in the course. The very first thing you need to do is complete your syllabus certification quiz. Let me show you how to do that. So right here on Start Here, the very first item is the syllabus quiz certification. You can read my welcome announcement, and here's how to check your Savannah Tech email, by the way. But if you go to this first link, it'll bring up a few things. It'll automatically open it in a new window. Number one, your full syllabus. The second item, this is the most important list. This is a due date for projects in Art Appreciation. I recommend that you print this off and refer to it throughout the semester so you know when you have projects due and when they're due. The third document details materials that you're going to need for this course. The only things that are required, a way to access the internet. You will need a camera this semester. The one on the back of your phone will do just fine. I do ask that you have plain white drawing paper. There will be some art projects this semester. Don't use lined paper. I want clean white paper. Computer printing paper is fine. And lastly, something to draw with. You can read more about these projects as the learning units roll up, or you can refer to them in your own time. Okay, now that I've printed off the syllabus and I know what's required, you would go to the syllabus quiz. Click to launch. Hit, begin. This is something you're going to have to do for all your courses, online or campus. Complete this quiz. It's not really a quiz, it just is an agreement that you understand the syllabus and you know what's required of the course. Once you're done, click Save and Submit. Okay. All right, test has been saved and submitted. Let's see how I did. Yay me, I scored 100%. Everybody has to do this in all of their courses in order to access the course. But you don't just do your syllabus quiz, you also have to establish attendance by completing an assignment in the course. Make sure that you do this before the no-show deadline. If you don't complete the syllabus quiz and at least one assignment, I'm going to drop you from the class as a no-show. All right, so let's talk about homework and tests. But first, let's talk about your textbook. This is always the #1 most asked question. What textbook do I need to buy? Well, as of right now, January 2021, you guys have some great news. You don't have to purchase this textbook out of your own pocket. Cost of materials is included with the course, and the cost of the book is applied to your Banner account, your student account. That way, those of you who get financial aid for textbooks, it's automatically redeemed. Let's go over that. So you just click here on textbook. You can read more about inclusive access here, and then you click this link, Open Pearson, and that will open up your textbook and let you set up an account. The name of the website is Revel, and this is important. On Revel, the textbook website, you're going to see some things about take the quiz or review your answers here. No work is done on Revel. This is just used as a textbook and nothing else for my course. No assignments are given on Revel. All right, so once you've clicked that link, you'll be prompted to create an account, enter your email, and then you'll see this. Get materials to your course, or get access to your course materials. Click View Content, and boom, there you go. You've redeemed your textbook. You don't have to purchase it out of pocket. You don't need a credit card. As soon as you click that, you will have access to your textbook right from day one. Do not click Opt Out. The only reason why you would do that is if you have some sort of alternate way of accessing the textbook, and there really isn't that sort of option for this class. The only reason why you'd want to opt out is maybe a friend of yours took the course last semester and got this, a printed book, more on that in a minute, and they gave you the copy. You don't need to redeem materials. Also, there is a copy available in the library that you can use for free. So that's something else to consider, but you really do need to just view content and redeem your textbook. Yes, a charge will be applied to your student account, but it is cheaper than any other option I've found through a third party or otherwise. Don't go on Amazon, don't look at textbook websites, redeem your materials here. All right, and you're probably thinking, ooh, book, how do I get it? Check it. All right, after you've clicked View Content and you can redeem your e-text, you'll be given an option. It'll ask you, would you like a printed book? Would you like a books a la carte version? It looks like this. The cost of this book is $19, and you will need to pay that price out of pocket. You can't apply the cost of the printed book to your student account. You have to pay for this yourself. Now you might be thinking, 20 bucks? I'll take it. How cheap is that? You can't just purchase this book on its own. You have to get access to the online book and then purchase that. Unless you go through a third party, there's no way to simply purchase this book on its own. Again, I've looked at used websites, eBay, I've looked at Amazon, and as long as I'm talking about used copies, all right, you might find this for cheap, like 10 bucks. This is the 11th edition of Art Forms. You do not use the 11th edition. All the tests, all the assignments are about the 12th edition of Art Forms. Don't purchase an out-of-date book. I'm serious. It won't work. You won't pass the class with an outdated book. Similarly, I happen to have a copy of this. This is the 10th edition. It's even worse. Don't buy an out-of-date edition for cheap. You will regret it. Use the 12th edition that is included in your Blackboard account. All right, that's a textbook. Let's talk about what you need to do for my art appreciation class. It's pretty straightforward. Every week, you do a homework project, you do a test, and you participate in a discussion by commenting on another student's homework. That's it. That's what you have to do every week. You'll also notice on your due date sheet 2 additional assignments, your critique essay and your final essay, the visual analysis essay. Those are due at the dates indicated, and I will send out announcements as they approach, but basically every week, do a test, do a homework, comment on a student's homework, and that's it. I have adjusted the grade book so that the lowest grade for a test, one test, and one homework will be dropped from your weighted total. That way, in case something happens and you miss a learning unit or you forget to turn in an assignment, you'll get a sort of a free pass. The best way to get the best grade is to not miss any assignments, but if you miss one homework and one test, it will not negatively affect your grade. All right, now let me show you the most important item here on Blackboard, learning units. All right. Every week, you'll see a learning unit here. Your learning unit contains the access to your homework and to your test, and it also contains some supplemental readings for you to browse. The way that it works is that the learning unit is released on Monday and closes on Sunday. You have until Sunday to turn in your work. Your homework needs to be turned in by Friday, though. That way, Saturday and Sunday, you'll be participating in discussions. Again, every learning unit contains an outline, supplemental readings, your test, and your homework. As a little aside, my spring 2021 students, the course begins on a Wednesday, so your due dates have been adjusted. Your homework won't be due on this coming Friday. Refer to your list of due dates. And in case you're taking a mini-term class in the summer, note that every week 2 learning units are due. But if you're not enrolled in Spring 21 or a mini-term, you can disregard that. Okay, so let's open up this first learning unit and show you what it looks like. Over here on the left, you can see everything you need to know. Supplemental reading, an outline. Your Unit 1 contains a test on how to read an art label. So make sure that you watch this video and or read this PDF that gives you instructions. Down at the bottom, you can see this is where your test is. So Learning Unit 1, Table of Contents. In case you can't see it, you might need to click this little link right here. And there's Unit 1 test. Click to launch, you'll see the instructions, and that's how you take the test. Each test covers a certain number of chapters from your book that you'll read online or in this print version if you opted in. The questions are multiple choice, true, false. There are some short answer essay questions. You have a 2-hour time limit for all tests this semester, and you only get 1 try for every test. So make sure that you don't start the test until you're ready to complete it. Test 1, right here, I do allow you to take 2 tries because we're still kind of getting used to the course, and I want to make sure that you get the best score that you can. So you get 2 tries, but this is the only test where you get multiple tries. And once you're done and you save and submit answers, you're not going to see what the correct answers were. You'll see which questions you missed, but not what the correct answer was. If you need any feedback on which questions you missed and why, just send me an email and I'll help you with that. But I keep the correct answers hidden in the interest of preventing cheating. All right, what about homework? Right, so every week you have a homework assignment due. It's due on Friday by 11:59 p.m. You can turn it in Saturday or Sunday, but there will be a late penalty applied to late homework, 10 points a day. Every week's homework project is either a written option or a creative project, an art project. Sometimes, as you'll see on your list of due dates, sometimes you get to choose whether you do one or the other. Instructions are available here in the Learning Unit. Learning Unit 1, for example, is kind of your typical introduce yourself and figure out how the discussion board works. After you've turned in your homework, you'll be asked to write a response to a student's work. But just so you know, you do again have written discussions and art projects. And as you can see here, art projects are not graded according to how well you can draw. You'll see more of that as the art projects approach. But in case right now you're thinking, I can't even draw a stick figure, I don't know if this is the course for me, not to worry. I do not grade your art projects on your artistic skill. It's about having fun and being creative. I think you'll really like the homework projects for your art class. Right, but it's not just turning in your homework and calling it a day. You also need to respond to a student's work. So after you have turned in your homework in the discussion board, you will see your classmates' work also listed. You'll see all that here in the discussion board links. You won't be able to see your students' work or your classmates' work until you create an assignment, until you submit something. But once you've seen all your students' work here, just pick a student's work, write a response, just a good, thorough response to that student's work, and that is your full homework score. If you don't respond to at least one student's work every week, you'll get a 20-point deduction on your homework score. So you don't just turn in your homework, you also have to write a response to your classmate's work. Your assignment is due on Friday, the comments are due by Sunday. Sunday is also when your tests are due. And like I said, if you look at your due dates here, you'll see that there are 2 essays due this semester. They're not due for a few weeks, so I don't want to chat it up too much right now. But just to give you an idea, neither essay is a research paper. They're about insights and personal opinions. One involves writing a response to a work of art from the book, and your final assignment, the visual analysis essay, involves a work of art at a museum. You can read more about your essays here in the Essays tab. You can read the instructions and the requirements here. But again, I hope that that's clear for you. If you have any questions at all, at any time, please email me, and I look forward to getting to know all of you as the semester progresses. Thanks very much.